Seniors, if you're peeing more than 2 times at night, this may be why. If you're over 60 and waking up 2, 3, sometimes even 5 times a night to pee, please don't scroll away. This might seem like a normal part of aging, but it's not. It's your body waving a red flag. And if we ignore it, it could be a warning of heart failure, diabetes, or kidney trouble long before symptoms ever show. You deserve to sleep through the night without fear or fatigue. You deserve mornings that feel like beginnings, not recoveries. And it starts with understanding why your nights are being stolen. In this video, I'll walk with you like a friend who's been there through 7 surprising, science-backed reasons you're waking up to urinate. More importantly, I'll show you what you can do, simply and safely, to reclaim your rest, your energy, and your peace. And if you find even one insight today that helps you sleep better, hit that subscribe button. Not for me, for you, because you deserve answers and healing and a body that works with you, not against you. Let's begin. Reason number 1, you're drinking at the wrong time of day. In the last few minutes, we talked about the heavy toll nighttime urination can take on your sleep, your energy, and your sense of control. But let's begin with one of the simplest causes, your hydration routine. Yes, water is life, but when you drink, it matters just as much as how much you drink. Many older adults feel dehydrated during the day, maybe because they forgot to drink or were afraid of needing a bathroom when they're out. So what happens? They try to catch up in the evening, sipping glass after glass during dinner or before bed. But here's the truth. Your kidneys don't go to sleep when you do. In fact, they stay hard at work processing and filtering fluids. If you drink heavily after 6 p.m., that fluid doesn't just vanish, it fills your bladder while you sleep, triggering those dreaded 2 a.m. wake-up calls. A 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that simply adjusting fluid intake to earlier in the day reduced nighttime urination by 38% in seniors. That's nearly 4 in 10 people getting better sleep without medication. The solution? It's surprisingly gentle. Drink plenty of water between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. Then slowly taper off. After dinner, sip only what's needed, especially if you take evening medication. No big gulps, no glasses chugged in front of the TV, just enough to swallow your pills. Even this one change could mean fewer nighttime interruptions, deeper sleep, and more energized mornings. But if that doesn't help much, don't worry, we're just getting started. Because next we'll look at a cause most people overlook, how sitting too much during the day can make your bladder overactive at night. Reason number 2, you're too sedentary during the day. In the last section, we looked at how evening hydration can quietly sabotage your sleep. But what if I told you your daytime stillness, your hours spent sitting, could be flooding your bladder at night? It sounds strange, and doesn't it? That resting too much during the day could be the reason you're not resting at night. But here's the truth. When you sit for long periods watching TV, reading, or just relaxing, gravity pulls fluid into your legs and ankles. You might notice your feet swelling by late afternoon. But when you lie down at night, that fluid returns to your bloodstream and gets processed by your kidneys, leading to, you guessed it, frequent nighttime urination. According to a 2021 study published in BJU International, seniors who incorporated light movement throughout the day, such as walking or standing every hour, reduced nighttime bathroom trips by an average of 31%. And you don't need a gym membership. Try this instead. Stand and stretch every hour. Take a 10-minute walk after each meal. In the late afternoon, elevate your legs for 20 minutes to drain excess fluid before bedtime. Simple, right, but powerful. This isn't about overexerting. It's about helping your body manage fluid balance naturally before it turns into a 2-up bathroom call. And there's more. Movement doesn't just help your bladder. It boosts circulation, reduces swelling, and even improves sleep quality overall. The body sleeps best when it's been gently used, not left idle. So if you've been spending most of your day in the same chair, it might be time to make that chair your reminder every hour. A little motion, your nights may thank you. Now, what if you're moving enough, but still waking up? Then it might be your evening snacks that are secretly hijacking your bladder. Let's talk about that next. Reason number 3, your evening snacks are sabotaging you. So far, we've seen how late water and too much sitting can quietly steal your nights. But let's take a closer look at something even sneakier, those innocent snacks you reach for after dinner. You know the ones, a handful of crackers, a piece of dark chocolate, a few salted nuts, or maybe that comforting bowl of cereal before bed. But here's the issue. Most evening snacks are either high in salt or sugar, and both can cause havoc in your bladder. Let's break it down. Salt increases thirst and fluid retention. At night, your body tries to balance sodium levels, pushing stored water back into circulation, sending it straight to your bladder. Sugar is even trickier. It spikes insulin and triggers kidneys to dump excess glucose through urine. That means more fluid, more pressure on your bladder, and more sleep interruptions. A 2019 study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed high-sugar snacks within 2 hours of bedtime had a 27% higher risk of nocturia, and the effects are cumulative. If you eat these snacks every night, your bladder becomes more irritated and your sleep cycle suffers. Over time, this disrupts deep sleep and weakens your immune system. But there's good news: you don't have to give up snacking entirely. You just need to snack smarter. What to do instead? Replace chips and cookies with a boiled egg, Greek yogurt, or a handful of unsalted almonds. Finish your final meal at least 3 hours before bedtime. If you're truly hungry later, choose high-fiber, low-sugar foods like a banana or oatmeal. And listen to your body. That late-night craving might not be hunger, it might be thirst, habit, or even emotional fatigue. Food is medicine, but at the wrong time, it becomes a hidden saboteur. Now, if your diet is clean, but you still wake up to pee, the next place to look is your medication routine, because what you take and when can have a powerful effect on your bladder. Let's explore that next. Reason number 4, your medications might be working against you. If you've already cut back on evening snacks and adjusted your hydration and activity, but you're still waking up to pee, then it's time to take a closer look at your medications. Many seniors are on multiple prescriptions, and some of them, especially diuretics, blood pressure meds, and heart drugs, can quietly cause nighttime urination. Diuretics, often called water pills, are designed to reduce fluid buildup, but they also increase urine production. And if you take them in the late afternoon or evening, they might peak just as your body is trying to rest. According to the National Institutes of Health, seniors who took diuretics before 4 p.m. were 25% less likely to wake up at night compared to those who took them later in the day. Even non-diuretic medications can impact your bladder. Some antidepressants, sleep aids, and pain medications contain ingredients that either irritate the bladder lining or alter urine production patterns. But here's the twist: most people don't connect their bathroom visits with their pill schedule. We think, this is just aging, when in reality, it could be the timing of our prescriptions. So what can you do? First, never change your medication on your own, but do speak to your doctor or pharmacist. Ask, could I take this earlier in the day? Or keep a symptom diary for a week. Note what time you take each pill and how often you wake at night. Even one small shift in schedule can restore hours of uninterrupted sleep. And remember, your body changes with age. A drug you tolerated at 55 might affect you differently at 75. Now, if medications are ruled out, but the nighttime urgency persists, the next question is, could something more serious be going on? Let's explore that in the next section, because bladder trouble might be just a symptom of a deeper issue. Reason number 5, you might be ignoring early signs of bladder or prostate trouble. In the last section, we talked about how your medications, especially if taken too late, might be quietly disrupting your nights. But what if it's not about when you take something, but about what your body is trying to tell you? Sometimes frequent nighttime urination isn't just a side effect of diet, pills, or habits. It's a warning sign, one we often overlook. Let's talk about your bladder. For both men and women, bladder muscles can weaken with age. In women, especially postmenopause, lower estrogen levels can reduce the flexibility of the bladder lining and pelvic muscles, leading to urgency or leakage. In men, a more common issue is benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, an enlarged prostate pressing against the urethra, making it harder to fully empty the bladder. The National Association for Continence reports that over 60% of men over 65 experience symptoms of BPH. Yet most delay seeking help, assuming it's just part of getting older. But here's the truth. When your bladder doesn't empty properly, it fills up faster, leading to multiple nighttime trips. Worse, untreated BPH or bladder issues can increase the risk of urinary tract infections, kidney strain, and even permanent bladder damage. What are the early signs? Weak or slow urine stream. Feeling of incomplete emptying. Sudden urge to go even with little urine. Pain or burning sensation during urination. These symptoms may be subtle, but they're not harmless. Ignoring them means living with disrupted sleep and growing risk. The good news. There are simple tests like a bladder scan or PSA test that can identify problems early. And treatments today are far more effective and less invasive than they used to be. Pelvic floor exercises, prescription meds, or lifestyle adjustments can bring major relief. Don't let embarrassment or fear hold you back. Your health is worth the conversation. Now, if your bladder and prostate are in check, but you're still waking up to pee, it might be coming from something you drink, without even knowing it contains caffeine. Let's dive into that next. Reason number 6, hidden caffeine is irritating your bladder. So far, we've looked at your habits, your pills, and even deeper health signals like prostate or bladder trouble. But now let's explore something far more sneaky and much more common: hidden caffeine. You may be thinking, I don't drink coffee after lunch. I cut out sodas years ago. But what if caffeine is still sneaking into your system, quietly disturbing your bladder? Every single night, caffeine isn't just in coffee or cola. It hides in decaf coffee. Yes, it still has caffeine. Green and black teas. There are some dark chocolate. Energy drinks. Some pain relievers and cold medications. A 2017 study in neurourology and urodynamics found that consuming more than 250 milliliters of caffeine per day, just 2 cups of regular coffee, or a few servings of chocolate, can significantly worsen symptoms of overactive bladder in older adults. Caffeine is a diuretic. It tells your kidneys to make more urine, but it's also a bladder irritant. It makes your bladder more sensitive, reducing its ability to hold urine comfortably. That's a double strike. More urine plus lower bladder tolerance, more nighttime wake-ups. And the worst part, because it's hidden, you don't even know it's the cause. What can you do? Check the labels on everything, even decaf or herbal teas. Avoid all caffeine sources after 2 or 1 p.m. Just like a child avoids sugar before bed, adults should treat caffeine the same way. Try calming drinks instead: chamomile, rooibos, or warm oat milk. And be mindful of medicines that contain caffeine, especially for pain, migraines, or congestion. Give your body a true wind-down window in the evening, free of stimulants. Your bladder and your brain need the signal that it's time to rest, not react. Now, if you've eliminated caffeine and are still waking up, it may not be your bladder at all. The final cause might be deeper and more dangerous: your heart. Let's talk about that next. Reason number 7, poor heart function might be the real culprit. You've cut the late-night snacks, moved more during the day, adjusted your meds, and even eliminated hidden caffeine. But you're still waking up, night after night. That means it's time to go deeper past the bladder, past the habits, into something more vital: your heart. Yes, your heart might be the one waking you up to pee. Here's how it works. When your heart isn't pumping efficiently due to age, high blood pressure, or early heart failure, your circulation slows. During the day, fluid begins to pool in your legs and lower body. Then, when you lie down at night, gravity shifts that fluid back into the bloodstream. And what does your body do with that extra fluid? It sends it straight to the kidneys, which means more urine, more trips to the bathroom, less rest, more risk. According to the American Heart Association, nocturia frequent night urination is one of the earliest warning signs of undiagnosed heart failure in adults over 65, even before shortness of breath or chest pain appears. So what should you watch for? Swelling in your ankles or legs at the end of the day? Feeling unusually tired even after sleep? Trouble lying flat in bed without discomfort? Waking up short of breath or gasping? If any of these sound familiar, speak to your doctor. Simple tests like a BNP blood test or echocardiogram can check for early heart problems, and catching it early can make all the difference. The heart and kidneys are deeply connected. When your heart weakens, your kidneys work harder, and your bladder becomes the messenger, waking you up with warning signs. But here's the good news. With the right care diet, medication, gentle movement, you can support your heart, reduce fluid overload, and reclaim your nights. You've made it through the 7 hidden causes. Now the real question is, what can you actually do today to start changing your sleep and your health? Let's wrap everything up in the final section with clear, practical steps you can take tonight. If you've stayed with me this far, thank you. You didn't just listen. You took the first step toward reclaiming your nights, your strength, and your peace. Nighttime urination isn't just an annoyance. It's your body's quiet cry for help. And now, you know it could be your water routine, your movement, your medication timing, even your heart. But the most important takeaway is this. You are not powerless. You don't have to accept broken sleep as the price of getting older. There are things you can do. Small things. Drink earlier, walk a little more, shift a pill to the morning, talk to your doctor, listen to your body, because healing doesn't always come in big moments. Sometimes it starts with one small change and one quiet decision. I deserve better sleep. I deserve to feel whole again. So tonight, do something different. Pick just one thing from this video. Try it, notice, reflect. And if it helps even a little, come back. Let me know in the comments. You're not alone, and you never were. And if this video made you feel seen, understood, and gently supported, please subscribe. Together, we can age with more peace, more knowledge, and more hope, one quiet night at a time.